Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Isaac from Team Nasty Plot here with another deck profile. This deck has seen me through about 4 tournaments since we last saw each other, and just won first place at my local, and then I got third place at another local. I dropped to a friend and his team when they promised me all the cards I wanted from the box because it was a box tournament, and I figured, what the hell, less work on my part. We went all the way to top 8. I was in the top 3, and I just dropped, got my packs, pulled Enthusiastic Wolfberg, gave it to a friend, and that friend ended up getting the box and giving me all the Boojin stuff I wanted. This is, of course, Spellbooks, because I like the deck. I'm running it. Apparently, we are going to have Judgment banned. I am very sad-faced about this, but that's okay, because I will be running Boojin OTK. Stay tuned for a profile on that one. Alright. So, we're going to start with the deck. First we have the High Priestess. I run just one of her. Just one. Not two, just one. High Priestess at 1 is pretty good. She lets me clear off cards that I don't like, and she also is a nasty surprise for people who think that I don't have her. Right? I mean, one Veiler. Just one. Probably going to put it to 2. When I was at ZP, I had 2. One on the side, one on the main, and because of that whole Axis Fire Fist crap coming around, I'm going to most likely start maining 2. This card is so broken because it stops the mirror match from getting their Magician. It stops Mermails from going ham with Diva. It just stops so much, and it's also a tuner, so I can go for my Synchros. One Justice because of Priestess, no other reason. That card isn't even as good anymore. One Jaugen-sama because Jaugen-sama is Jaugen-sama. Period. If you're not running Jaugen-sama in Spellbooks, no matter what, you're a bad player. 2 Kaiku because he's a beater, he's big, he stops the mirror match, he stops E-Dragons. I actually won 2 games because I played Jaugen in attack mode, and he couldn't drop anything. I had Mind Drain and Jaugen, so he couldn't do shit. It was beautiful. And the MVP, Triple Magician. No need to explain, just Triple Magician. Alright. Now we're going to go on to spells. Triple Judgment. If this gets banned, this deck, in my opinion, may not be worth running as well. Although they're all alternative cards, we won't have the same amount of nastiness happening unless Konami releases something else broken, but you run triple because it's amazing. There's no reason to explain why you're running triple secrets. If you're not running triple secrets, bad, shame on you. Now here's something new that I was trying. Triple Master. Now, most people run 2, and I was running 2, but I see how all these guys in top events are running 3, and I decided to try it for myself, and I love it, because that means that I don't have to get rid of anything. That means I don't have to, worry about banishing masters or not putting it back to the deck, because I'm not going to go through 3, usually. 3 Crescent. Only game 1. Game 2, I always side this out for something else if I'm not going first. If I win the dice roll and I'm going first game 1, I keep it in. Game 2, if I lose and I'm going first, I keep it in. But if I'm not going first, I take it out because it's not worth running. Because it just slows you down. Alright. 2 Tower. There's really no reason to not run 2 Tower. You get an extra draw, and if it's blasted without you activating its effect, you plus by special summoning, so you should be running 2. And you recycle cards. That's always beautiful. This card is just broken. I don't even need to explain why I'm running it at 2. It's the only card in this game that makes other people not want to play the deck. They don't care about Judgment, really. They really care about Fate, because if you Judgment and you don't have Fate set, they're just going to run over your Dragon if you special summon it. They're just going to run over your Justice, or they're going to run over whatever you play. This card makes them have to stop and pause really hard. Double Wisdom, because other people's back rows become nothing with this out. It's kind of funny. I only run 2 because 3 is too cloggy and 1 is too little. But it allows me to get my other plays. Now here's something that I've been changed. I was running triple Star Hall because I was concerned about the mirror, but I found a much better way to handle the mirror. 1 star, so I run 2, and the better way I found to handle the mirror is to simply set Judgment and activate a Star Hall and go ham from there. If you are going first in Spellbooks and you set Judgment on their turn, you're gonna win because you're gonna just have too many cards. 1 life. It's not as good as I like. It's not as good as I thought. It's only just an extra Spellbook. I'm thinking about just running Reborn instead. Eternity, you have to run at least 1 because it's the only way to get your banished cards back. Power, it's so good. I'm really considering running 2. I'm only running 1 right now, but I'm entertaining the thought of 2 because that attack boost is so nice right now. Then we got Book, 2 upstarts, and that's it for spells. The upstarts are for me to plus off my drawing. The Book is for me to either plus the Magician or stop them from killing me, my opponent. Or, you know, an extra Judgment target. Okay. Now traps. I'm currently running 3 Phoenix Wind Blast. I don't like it at 3. I think I'm going to cut it down to 2 because 3 feels really cloggy because I was testing on DN and I opened up a hand with triple Phoenix Wind Blast. I was very upset about that. And then when I've played, I have gotten that same hand and it has not been fun. It's fun game 2 because my opponent activates Eradicator and all I have are Phoenix Wind Blasts and they're kind of sad. I have Phoenix Wind Blast and a monster and they're kind of sad about that, but other than that, no. So I'm going to cut this to 2. Definitely. And then we have the Solemn Duo. It was a brigade, now it's just a duo. Game 3, if it goes to game 3, I always side both out because there's no way I want to run into time and lose because that's happened to me before. I've actually lost matches where I should have won because I've been forced to activate these cards. And then I was unable to draw anything. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Now for the side deck. We have 1 Kaiku. It's an extra beater. It's really good. It's just extra ammunition against the top decks of the format. Injection. It's another beater. It's a game finisher. It's a pusher. It's nasty. And I lose nothing if they decide to destroy it. There's no reason to ever activate anything to save this card unless they have no monsters. If they have a monster and you attack and they go deep prison, let it die. You don't lose anything. Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is boss. Tsukiyomi is disgusting. Tsukiyomi stops your opponent's Kaikus from locking you down. It stops your opponent's Reiko Sacks. It stops your opponent's everything. It really does. Unless it's Master of Blades, in which case you wouldn't play Tsukiyomi. Those are my side deck monsters. 1 Fate, just in case I need that. It's really good, just in case I need a little push, a little extra card, a little extra Fate. Heavy. Really good against Fire Fist. Really, really good, especially against Axis, because they rely on their back rows to give them edges. So if you clear up their back rows, they're kind of sad. Triple MST. I was going to take out 1 MST, but since I've seen what that nasty Fire Fist deck does, I'm keeping it. Because this stops them from going hard and searching for Leopard or whatever else, because they activate 1 Tenkai, you chain MST and they're kind of stressed. If they don't have Leopard in hand, they're kind of, that's it, that's all. So those are spells. For traps, we're siding in 2 Compulse, Compulse is really good because it lets you bounce your opponent's cards, or your cards. You know, if they try to Veil your Magician or something, you can just bounce it and get the effect anyway. Double Mind Ray. It was triple, but I put it to double because against the E-Dragon match, I have such a good matchup against them that 2 Mind Rain is enough, and there are other cards I can use like Soul Drain. Hey. Now, Soul Drain because it kills Boojins. It stops them from getting their effects in the grave. It also kills E-Dragons when they banish. It also kills Mermails, which are apparently still a thing. I've seen Mermail decks creep it out. It also stops things like Dark Worlds. Not that anyone cares, but yes. I ran against a Dark World deck this weekend. It was very scary. For my extra deck, Gachi, Shining, Phoenix. These are pretty much the only cards I hit. Predominantly Phoenix and Gachi. This is endgame. This is early game, mid game, and this is simply mid game. You would never play Shiny Elf except mid game. But just in case, I have Diamond Dyer, I have Gemite Pearl, Cowboy. I did go for Abyss Dweller. I did actually go for Abyss Dweller. It is useful. Charger and Synchros. We've got Armory. We've got Catastor. I've gone for him. He's useful. Tempest only if you're gonna burn them. It is effective. I've yet to do it. I want to, but I haven't been able to yet. Black Rose, Arcanite, Scrap Dragon, Chaos. This guy, Crimson Blader. Basically, I'm going to be tweaking it because I know a lot of people are going to be starting to run that Axis Fire Fist deck, so I'm going to be adjusting the deck until the official ban list comes out, and if Judgment gets banned, then I will simply sit on this deck and wait till Judgment comes back, where I can rain down fire and brimstone on all who dare challenge me. Again, this is Isaac from Team Nasty Plot, and thank you for watching this Spellbook deck profile. See you again later.